Good evening, everybody. This is R.S. Mallory and Company. It is August 3rd already. My goodness gracious. And here in Austin, Texas, we've had triple digits now for the past 6 or 7 weeks. So let's send out prayers to people all around the country who are suffering from triple digits. And be sure to call somebody that you know who might be in one of these areas. Find out if they're okay, if they have air conditioning, if they have fans. If they don't, call the local fire department, and they always have some kind of a program to help folks weather this extreme heat. So we've had an extraordinary week with Govee. This past week, they lumped together all of the people who sold the coffee club memberships. As you may recall, that's going to be a 2% pool for coffee club members only. And that will be in 18 months. That will be a share of the total revenues of all of the coffee revenues for 18 months. And it will be divided up by the number of people who are surviving members of the coffee membership club. One of the requisites is that you purchase on auto ship 4 boxes of coffee each month for 18 months. Our team has an edge up on that because, of course, we've been doing videos and trainings on how to recuperate your $1,849 investment so that this investment costs you zero money at all. And also how you, on an ongoing basis, you can also get people to commit to purchasing the 4 boxes that are requisite for you every month for 18 months so that it's zero out of your pocket. I refer you back to a couple of the training videos that we did. If you are a guest this evening, please get back with the person who invited you to the call, and they'll be happy to send those videos to you. I've made them all public on R.S. Mallory on YouTube, so they're there for the taking. So this past week was an extraordinary week. We had over 545 people who ranked up. Half of those people just started Govee. They started their career in Govee, and they started as not even a qualified distributor.
Wow.
You sign something real quick? Just for the.
And please, when you come onto the call, please mute yourself so we can keep the call clean. Thank you very much. So as I was saying, 50% of the people were brand new people from Govee. They weren't even qualified distributors. And they managed to not only qualify, but to rank up and became part of that 545 people group. And that's just amazing. We have just short of 40,000 distributors now going into our 14th month of business. And for 545 of them to rank up is absolutely incredible. I don't know any other company that actually encourages and roots for their distributors the way that the folks at Govee do. We also just had an LTO. We assimilated this little beauty company, Evera. They will be coming into our culture and our websites and everything. This is the cleanser with a nice pump. And I remind you that Burke Green, our president, said that he is shaving with this and he's leaving his cheekies nice and soft. And then we got 2 of these. This is the moisturizer. And when I opened it, I was very impressed. It has, ladies will appreciate this. It had like a cap on it. And the product itself is smells like lemony lime orange. And of course it is a citrus vitamin C product. So I'm very anxious to use that tomorrow. They got them to us lickety split in about 2 days. So now we are going into the season where it's supposed to be the slowest month in network marketing traditionally. July, August, and December are the slowest months for network marketing. But as you can see in Govee, we're breaking all the records. Companies are losing distributors by attrition. They're raising the prices of their products. They're lowering and they're changing their compensation plans so that they could save money. They're getting rid of some products that aren't good sellers. Govee keeps on growing. One of the things is we have a built-in austerity program, which I love, When they had the LTO, they made it very clear that it would be branded with the old company, their parent company, Evera. And they did not run right out and spend a bunch of money repackaging this stuff. It is an LTO. And if the products are well received at that time, they will rebrand the products as Golby products. I didn't bring it at my desk, shame on me, but there was a postcard that said Golby with the name of all these products on it, which was very, very nice. So again, what we're going to talk about tonight after all of this excitement is most other companies are losing folks by attrition. So we'll pretend that we are in the middle of August, which we are in, and that it's a very slow month. You can't prove it by any of the people in Golby because we're having an extraordinary week after week after week. But how can we optimize our business, and what would we do to jumpstart our business if our businesses were slow? So traditionally, the summertime, as I said, is the slowest, but that's really a myth in network marketing. People take advantage of the summertime to travel with their family and their friends. I always encourage people who are making money, take your kids to Europe, take them to Puerto Rico, take them to another state that's different, that has historical things in it, and give them an education, which regular people just really can't do. But those of us who have discriminatory income with network marketing can do. And you know, it's all tax deductible. If we go someplace and visit our sponsor or some people on our team and chat with them for a couple of hours and spend time with them, then our visit becomes all tax deductible. So this is a great time to take a big, deep breath, regroup in our hearts, in our physical being, and in our brains. And it's time to figure out how we're going to jumpstart our network marketing business for September, which is an incredible time of year for network marketers traditionally. For us, it's just going to be a continuation of growing up, and up, but it doesn't hurt to review the things that we should be doing. So September is also the time, late August, September is the time when children are going back to school. So people have the time to sit down and reevaluate what they're going to do. So let's talk about reactivating our prospecting efforts and what we would do on a weekly basis. Do we contact our leaders, our customers, and our old prospects? So here's one of the first things that we can do is clear our workspace, revisit where it is you're working. Phil, I know that you have a place in your living room where you do lots of your work because you're also running a business. Reevaluate that. Open up the door to your office or your workspace, dust it off. Have somebody come in and dust it all off, clean up your spot. Take all of your file folders and stuff, get rid of the ones that are junk and that are not applicable anymore. Organize all of your files. Also, get yourself some notebooks that will be for your goals and to organize yourself with your notes. Redo and reaffirm your short-term and your long-term goals, ladies and gentlemen. Write them down and visit them daily. I used to use index cards to do that, and then I would carry them with me, especially when I left the house. If I stopped at a red light or I was waiting for somebody, if I was having lunch with them, I would pull out my cards and I would revisit with them, and I would reinforce to myself the affirmations or the things that I needed to do to help move my business forward. It's always a great thing to do. Here's one that most people don't ever do, and it's particularly important when you're thinking about planning to jumpstart your business or to continue the upward movement. And that is sit down with your family and brainstorm about the hours that you're going to be working your business. Discuss with them why they would be valuable and how it will value add to their lives. When you have the cooperation of your spouse and your children, and they're invested in your activities, you eliminate unwanted stress. So here's an example of the way you would do that. If you had a teenager in the house and they were considering going off next year to visit colleges and stuff like that, you might talk to them about the value of creating some extra income with your present business so that they would be able to take some extra time and visit some more colleges so that they would have more and better opportunities when it comes time to choose what college they would like to go to. So sitting down with your family and brainstorming with them and investing them in what you're doing, showing them that it would have value for them too, is very much overlooked, but it is a very important thing to do. And when you do that and you invest your family, you're going to see that there's a whole bunch of avenues that open up for you that normally would not have previously been open. Set up and resume your daily personal growth program. Yes, everybody should have a personal daily growth program, whether it's listening to CDs or reading a book, whether it's 15 minutes each morning and 15 minutes before you go to sleep at night. Meditate, exercise at least 15 minutes a day to improve your focus. I'm an avid reader, so I like to read books. This one I'm reading again. I don't know if you can see, let me see here. I don't know if you can see the coloration on this. It's so old, this book, it's yellowed. But the name of the book is How to Win Customers and Keep Them for Life. No secret on how to keep customers, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing training on that one Thursday evening. But when you give people more value than they expect, and you practice kindness and gratitude, and you engage them and invest them in what you're doing, kind of like what you do with your family and your business, then they will stay with you forever if you keep on giving them more value than they would normally expect. So this is the kind of book that I find valuable for myself, and it reinforces for me the attributes and the things that I bring to the table for my customers and for my teammates and my personally sponsored distributors. Set up and resume setting up and resuming your daily personal growth program is a really, really important thing to do. It is a habit, and you know, the habits of successful people is when you do something for 21 days straight, it becomes a habit. You own it. It's ingrained in you. So if you don't like to read like I do, get some CDs and listen to your CDs 15 minutes a day. Dr. Lee has on on your smartphone, one of the Telegram channels, Leadership University. It has Dennis Waitley. It has Mr. John Maxwell. It has his favorite guy, which is Tony Robbins. It has a whole bunch of different silent mentors. If you already don't have one or two silent mentors, pick one. And the reason I call them silent mentors is because they're in the background cheering you on when you read them and you assimilate the information and you absorb it and you apply it to yourself. They're silently there within you, and they're propelling you on to great success that you would never imagine that you would have. So the next thing that you can do is sit quietly with that notebook, that new notebook, and review the new contacts that you've made during the summer and include them in a prospect, business, or customer list. Don't prejudge anybody. I know that Steve goes to visit with his son, and he goes and plays golfing and stuff. He probably meets new people on the golf course. Miss Vivian travels and she sees her family members here and there, and Miss Vivian is a bon vivant and a butterfly, a social butterfly, and I know she talks with just anybody, and I know that she has a bunch of business cards when she comes home from her trips as well. Put them on a list and commit to yourself that you are going to be contacting them, even if it's to say, hey, I passed through Memphis Airport in June, and we sat together and we chatted, and you helped me get my computer online. And it was so nice to chat with you. You helped me pass the time of day. And I was very interested in what you told me you're doing for a living. How is that going? Or you told me about your grandson or your granddaughter. How are they doing? So whenever I go and I travel like that, I carry little business cards with me that are blank. And if somebody doesn't have a business card, I hand it to them and ask them to write their name and their number, either their text number or their email address, and I give them one of my cards. Then they they go into my tickle file as a prospect. And, jot down when you're done talking with them about their granddaughter who they're going to visit, or the grandson who just graduated college, so that when you do call them 3 or 4 weeks later or a month later, what the message they're getting is, oh my God, I remember that lady in the airport, because she actually, now we were talking about my grandson graduating high school, going into college, and she remembered that, and she's asking me about that. She actually listened to what I was talking about. That is a valuable trait to cultivate, ladies and gentlemen. So now what you want to do is you want to review the tools that you're using to build your business. Autoresponders were a very old tool. People are still using them. It's 25 years later. There's Chimp Mail, which is for free, and you can upgrade to a pay one. There's all different ones that people have been using for a long time. If you step up to leadership and you want to create follow-up emails, you can actually share those emails with people in your organization who are growing into leadership, and they want to follow suit and do the same thing. So take the time to create some email messages or text messages, use other programs, phone systems, and figure out what is the best way for you to work. I don't text, as many of you know. So my preference would be, I used to use autoresponders, and now I just make groups in my Gmail account, and I'm very good at creating emails and creating interest with emails. So that's what I do. I do groups and emails, and I periodically send out emails. David Wall, who is with us tonight, started receiving my emails as a prospect for a home-based business 11 years ago, going on 12 years ago. David, about 12 months ago, received an email from me about our fuel tabs, called me and got very excited after all these years. David wanted to do business with me and work with me. So he is one of our top distributors now on our team in Govee. And one day he's going to do a training on how he cultivates and he adds and maintains and grows his customer base. So everybody is valuable to the team, ladies and gentlemen. So review those tools that you're using. For me, what is very successful is emails. I send out marketing emails. For you, it might be autoresponder messages. It might be text messages. You might do some kind of a phone dialer. We're all learning how to use Facebook and how to do curiosity posts and use the testimonial groups. Take the time to review them. If you're not sure about how to use them or their efficacy, call your upline or somebody in Govee itself. They're always available to you. You can contact them on private messenger in Facebook and have them explain the value to you if you don't understand it. Also use the sampling programs. We have the WOW sample packs now, and there's 3-day supply in here. I sell them for $10 a piece. So when I buy 10 for $99, I'm just getting back my money. But you know what? Every time I send them out to somebody, I wait 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Last night, I signed a lady up who's 81 years old. I worked with her 20 years ago. We were chatting and I keep in touch with her. And she asked me, she saw some of my posts on Facebook. She asked me about the WOW. I just didn't want to charge her the $10. And since this is my business, I get to make that decision myself. Mostly everybody else, I have charged $10. But this gal, I said to her, would you like me to send you a packet of WOW? And I'll even send you a little baggie filled with the apple cider vinegar gummies. I sent them to her and I waited 6 days to call her back. And we chatted about her great-grandson, who she's babysitting for a couple of times a week. And she said to me, RS, I got those WOW. She said, and this morning I took the last one. I need to order some of those. And my husband, I need to get him on the glutathione. Thanks for putting me in the Govee Go Life group. I've read all those testimonials. And by the way, you may remember I was very successful in Herbalife 20, 30, 40 years ago. I want to work this business. Can I become a Govee promoter? So she had some questions and I answered them, and she wanted to know how much it would cost to be a promoter. And I advised her that it doesn't cost anything. And sure enough, we upgraded her from a customer to a promoter, and called her today about something to make sure she got all the emails that I sent her. And she asked me a couple of more questions, and she's very excited to be building her business. So don't ever discount anybody. And remember, when you send out samples to people, whether it's our WOW or you're selling our package of fuel tablets, and we're going to have the coffee packets as well, that can be treated as a sample. Don't just give them away, because when you charge a nominal fee, then you are building value into whatever product it is. People will pay it. Coffee is going for $3, $4, $5, $6 a cup, depending on where you get it, even off of the lunch truck. So if you charge only $2 or $3 for the packet as a sample, the people are getting a bargain. They're going to enjoy it. They're going to come back to you if you ask the right follow-up question. For wow, the follow-up question is, were you hungry? In this case of my new distributor last night, who is 81 years old, she said, oh my gosh, no, I'm not hungry at all. It's just amazing. And I've always yo-yo dieted my whole life. My friends are going to be so excited when they see that I'm losing weight with WOW, and I am not going to be yo-yo dieting. Although I didn't charge her for the packet, I knew her personally, and I knew that what her background was, and I knew that she placed value on it. So I made that decision myself. Most of the time, whatever your instinct is, ladies and gentlemen, it will work. So rely and fall back on your instinct. You know your prospects better than anybody. So call your company or your upline to find out about any new products and information that you may have missed during the summer months or on hiatus or when you went away for a week. Learn about the new products and the new procedures, plug into any trainings, and plan to attend company events. When I went to Memphis to the Super Saturday, which was hosted by Rico and Smiley, and we kind of co-hosted it because I had David and Cheryl and a few other people there as well. I made a decision that would enable me to get some free flights on the way home, because I knew that Govee is going to be having at least 2 or 3 other events this year that I am going to be participating in. So I got an American Airlines credit card, and they gave me 70,500 free miles if I would just activate the card and buy a cup of coffee. Usually you have to spend thousands of dollars in 1 month or 2 months, but this was a very special promotion. And I thought to myself, geez, 70,500 points plus the balance of the points that I had already is going to avail me the opportunity to go on 3 or 4 of these trips with Govee this coming year. And I'm going to be doing that. So plan ahead any way you can. I know David and Cheryl planned ahead, and they drove 4.5 hours to get to Memphis. Contact your sponsor and let them know what your new goals are and enlist them in your efforts. If they're not available, go upline until you find somebody who's willing to assist you. There's always somebody upline who is willing to assist you. In our group, we have people upline who are really just interested in the fuel tablets, but above them, there are people who are interested in some of the other products. I always tell people, you might not be interested in all 5 of the triple-digit divisions that we have. Maybe you're just interested in selling Smart Coffee and WOW, the weight loss product. Maybe you're interested in the fuel tabs and the weight loss product. Maybe you're going to be interested, and hopefully we will continue to have the beauty products. We will have some form of beauty products. Whether or not this one will be continued or not, we won't know until we get the feedback from the field from the success of this particular LTO. But go upline and talk with anybody and everybody you can who will spend some time with you. Tell them what your interests are and ask them how they are being successful, and if they would share their particular formula of success with you. Compassionate marketers, so we all should be compassionate marketers, find ourselves being proactive, reaching out to different teams, befriending them, finding out who the leaders are, befriending them, and make yourself available to anybody and everybody who will contact you. Because in the end, this is your business, but the more you expand your knowledge base, and the more you make yourself readily available and practice kindness with other people in the company, the bigger you're going to grow, and the bigger your own personal team is going to grow, and you will find that you thrive. Kindness doesn't cost anything, ladies and gentlemen. Find a workout buddy who will be available for you on a daily basis. This is so overlooked. But, you know, I was a teacher for 25 years, and I also had my kids buddy up to do homework and stuff like that. And I definitely saw the difference with the kids who did have a buddy and did their homework together, and the kids who didn't or tried to do it with their parents, because that's an old age problem, isn't it? Parents wanting to do homework for their kids, but then the kids don't learn anything. So when you find somebody to buddy up with, they come with one set of values, and they come with one set of talents, and you come with your talents and your values. And when you bring them together, now you're doubling up and you're infusing each other with more knowledge than each of you had individually. So finding a workout buddy is a really, really important thing to do. It will motivate you and it will keep you on course. Share your successes and share the things that really didn't work. Maybe they just will give you a tweak that will help turn that into something very, very good and worthwhile. You don't know, but that's the value of a buddy. They can provide you with that, with the essential accountability factor that many of us need to stay focused on our business and keep at it. You know, people have always dreamed of being successful in network marketing, and some people don't get the training. They don't have the right company. They don't have the right products. They don't have the right compensation plan. And when you factor all that in, everything is stacked against them. But when you do have the right company, when you do have the right compensation plan, when you do have the right products, and you have somebody, a workout buddy, who you can bounce ideas off with you, you can keep up a friendly challenge or mini contest between you. I have a constant friendly competition going with Smiley Wilkins, and he with me. And we're constantly prodding each other on. And so we're both attaining new heights, and we're doing it as friends. But he has become my workout buddy, and I've become his workout buddy. And we touch base at least once every day. If we miss a day, then we contact each other the next day. And we review some of the things that we found were good or not good, that were particularly helped us overcome a challenge, perhaps, or something else that worked. A friendly race to the finish with a particular goal is always invigorating and invites focus and energy. And you know what else? It invites success. Remember that the economy is providing us with a plethora of potential business partners who are looking for a way to extend their income or define and work their plan B. We're still at 30%, 32, 35% inflation. People are going back to work. Their kids are going back to school. They don't want their wives having a second or third job. They want to figure out a way how they can improve their lifestyle and just maintain what their lifestyle was before this 30% inflation. Network marketing and our e-commerce platform in 60 countries is a fabulous way to help everybody jumpstart and build that income so that they can reduce that deficit and eliminate it. Keep yourself open to visiting with new summer acquaintances, as I said before, and set up a plan to revisit your old customers and prospects alike. Remember all those folks that you called when we first joined Govee for the fuel tablets and they weren't interested? Well, they all have skin. They might be interested in the moisturizer and the skincare. They all live in a body. I bet a large portion of them, because of the pandemic, have gained a bunch of weight, and they would be interested in a diet that is not a diet, where they can lose weight and reclaim their health without dieting at all. What about some of the other divisions that we have? All those people live in a body, and I would bet about 80% of them drink coffee. I bet a portion of them really would like to drink regular caffeinated coffee because they love it, but they can't because they get the jitters and the shakes. And their doctor said you have to lay off because it's causing your adrenal glands to be stressed and your cortisol levels are jumping up and down. Smart coffee will alleviate that and give them the pleasure, once again, of drinking and enjoying coffee. And it will give them the opportunity to bring other people in to do the same thing, practice kindness, and make money. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, I try to live my day so that every day is a treasure, bringing increase and plenty to my life. And I try to find something to do for other people that will bring increase and plenty to their lives too. My father told me when I was a little girl, when you grow up, if you do anything and you want to help other people, practice kindness always. Look at people in the face and let your eyes smile. And whatever you do, if you're ever in a position to give people more value than they expect, do it always, because that makes you a winner. You make a friend for life, ladies and gentlemen, when you extend kindness and more value than people ever expect, especially these days, post-pandemic, because people have been home for the couple of years. They've been frustrated. Ethics, morals, and values are kind of a little bit crazy in the country right now and around the world. People don't expect kindness. They don't expect extra value, much less any value at all. So be that bright beacon of hope and friendship and kindness to everybody and anybody that you chat with. And when you do that, your life will expand, and you will expand the life of all the prospects that you have. And a large part of them will want to join you. They want to be around your energy. They'll want to learn from you. And you know what? You'll get the gratification of knowing that you've helped somebody work towards achieving, living their goals and dreams. For me, that's why I'm in network marketing. The money is fabulous, but knowing that I have helped somebody else attain their goals and dreams is just the cherry on top of the cake that trips my trigger. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for joining us this evening. Get back to the person who invited you to this training, and I hope you find some of it valuable. You can take it forward and help you build your business. Thank you all, and God bless.